All right. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the show, y'all. I made it. I had a function earlier and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I think I'm earlier tonight than I normally am. So, yay for me. Woohoo. Oh, it's good to see y'all here. I see Patrick, P&G, Lava, whole family's here in the house. God damn it. Gotta love it. Gotta love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Oh my goodness. Well, Apollo is getting some water, and I have just switched over to the live chat, and hopefully my screen will not freeze like it did before. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Hey y'all, I'm rnacle. Welcome to the OraCola. I'm coming to y'all live from Austin, Texas here on March 13th, 2024. Oh, it's almost St. Patrick's Day. It's almost the Ides of March. It's almost a lot of things. We got a big ass eclipse coming up, all kind of stuff. So yeah, it's an eventful time to be alive here on planet Earth. I mean, really, when ain't it an eventful time? But you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. So yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. I hope everyone's doing good, and you've got the St. Patrick's Day kind of spring in your step. I feel like St. Patrick's Day for me is it's not really it ain't a big deal. Let me put it that way. I don't really care about it. I supposedly have some Irish roots somewhere back in there. I don't feel particularly connected to Catholicism or nothing because I wasn't raised no Catholic. So the whole holiday for me is just kind of like a weird, oh, you're supposed to wear green or you'll get pinched. Like that was the extent of my St. Patrick's Day lore when I was growing up. You got to wear green or someone's going to pinch your ass. And this was the rule. And I didn't even know anything about it besides them two things. Oh, and leprechauns and four-leaf clovers, the usual shit. And then when I got older, I realized, oh, it's actually a different kind of holiday, but it's also still the same. It's still a bunch of just shenanigans. Drinking green beer or having a parade or, I'm sure I'm getting it all wrong. And there's some St. Patrick's Day enthusiasts out there who are just horrified at my lack of knowledge of their holiday. But from my perspective as an American, it's spring. It's springtime. So anytime St. Patrick's Day rolls around, there's spring in the air. And that's what I think about. So hopefully you're having a good spring. Okay. All right. Well, y'all know what I do here. And I think it's just y'all watching. But in case there's a looky-loo and they did not read the description, because whoever fucking reads that shit, I know I don't. I'm the OraCola. I will channel messages, guidance, whatever, from the universe to you through various oracles, which will be chosen at random on our fancy schmancy new Wheel of Fortunes right here. So we're going to spin that wheel, and then whatever you get is what you get. So here's how you play this game. If you got something bothering you, you got a question, you got a thing that you just need to kind of explore a little bit more, then put it in all caps in the chat. Now you have to be logged into your Google account to participate in this chat. So do that if you ain't logged in. And if you don't got no Google, well, you're going to have to give Google your shit. I mean, Google probably already got it anyway, but they need more. So log into your Google, and then you can participate in the chat. Now, remember to choose the live chat option up at the top of the chat box. Drop down the menu and go to live chat because it will default to top chat, and it always censors people. So go to the live chat. That's less chance of being censored. And in general, if you're worried about being censored, and it happens, don't type no cuss words or like body parts that you think are naughty. Like use asterisks and funny workarounds. We ain't stupid. We'll know what you're trying to talk about. So just keep that in mind. All right. Prance is here. Hey, Prance. Glad you can make it. Oh, yeah. Look up how Ireland's interpretation of St. Patrick, he was Derived from the sky. Okay. Well, I'm sure there's a whole lot of mythology there that I'm not privy to that I could spend a whole Saturday afternoon drinking a six pack and getting into on the internet. But I got other shit to do right now. So I cannot dive down that rabbit hole at the moment. But I'll put it on the back burner. How's that? Okay. Well, so y'all know how it works. I know y'all know how it works. I just explained how it works. So let's get this shit rolling. It's been a beer night for me. Mostly beer. I did have a couple of watery kind of, but also two frozen-y kind of frozen margaritas at this event that I just went to. I mean, whatever. They were fine. I had to eat the first round with a spoon, and the second round was so watered down, I just tossed it all out. So, no harm, no foul. Beer it is. So, before we get started, we always do a little ritual to kind of clear our space, make sure we're all in the right head area to do these things that we do every week, every Wednesday. And by the way, since we're at the top of the show, if you got a friend that you know that might be around, that might be home, and you think they should join us, tell them about it. Send them a little text. Say, hey, I'm watching this thing on YouTube. Why don't you join me? It'd be a lot of fun. I ain't saying you got to. I'm just saying it would be fun if you did. All right. The first thing I like to do to clear the space is burn the sacred wood. We're going to burn the sacred wood to get rid of that dog smell. Oh, yeah. Love the way this smells. So good. All right. We did that. And then we are going to, what was the second thing I do? Oh, yeah. Ring the bell. Duh. Ring the bell. We always ring the bell. Let the universe know that we're ready. Say, hey, we'd like for you to come sit with us for a little bit. Give us your wisdom. All right. And then we got our pathogen wand here for the various pathogens that might be floating around. And yes, indeed, this thing is still working. So hopefully this will get rid of any pathogens, man-made or natural, that are infecting our space. All right. And then we got our Prospera spray coming up next. This is for abundance. Remember, manifest the good kind, not the bad kind. We're just going to let that abundance rain down upon us. Ugh. So that got in my mouth. Ugh. Ugh. The Prospera spray smells good. It don't taste good. Okay. I need a sip of beer. Hold up. I got to wash that out. Oh. Oh my God. Ugh. And speaking of abundance, I do have a $2 scratch off tonight. So start manifesting that abundance for moi so I can, invest in more fabulous makeup and scarves and jewelry. And I don't know, maybe I'll change the backdrop. Maybe I'll get a different one. We'll see. Manifest that abundance. $30,000. Remember, $30,000. We can do it, y'all. We can do it. All right. And then finally, we got our chakra anointment, our spick and span here, just going down the chakras, making sure they're all nice and anointed. Get down to that root chakra and come on back up. And yeah. All right. We are cleansed and ready to do the show. I'm only here for about an hour. So y'all better get in on them questions. I know y'all got a lot of them. I always have questions. So put your questions in the chat. Okay. Don't think we had any so far. No. Y'all are just too comfortable with each other. Y'all already spilled all your secrets. There's no more secrets in the OraCola family. Everybody's like, yeah, I know your shit. I know your shit. And then, it's kind of like we're all just sitting around watching the football game. Nobody's saying nothing. That's it. Oh, Goog. Hey, Goog. Thank you for putting in a question. How long is my new 8mm digitizer going to last? My old one finally crapped out. Okay. And then we have a general reading from P&G after that. Okay. Well, first of all, we're going to go to the digitizer question. I don't know exactly what that is, but hopefully this one is going to last you a whole long time. Hold up. I'm trying to even out my wheel just to make sure it's level. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune says Magic 8-Ball. Oh no, Karen gets to answer this one. Well, you know what it might be. Something good or something not so good. Oh, it makes 8mm films into digital videos. Okay, yeah, that's fun. Okay. Somebody's got to do it. Don't count on it. Oh, Karen, why you got to be such a bitch? Of course, she hit her face as soon as I tried to show y'all. But yeah, it said don't count on it. Yeah, I don't know if you got a dud or if it's just got way too many miles on it already. But yeah, I would start saving up for a new one just as a backup. Just as a backup. All right, general reading, please, for P&G. Let's do a general reading. Let's see. What does the universe want you to know? Oh, OraCola's choice. Okay, I get to do one. Well, since it's spring and, it's rutting season, let's do a pornicle. Let's see what wisdom the pornicle has for you. So we got to get to our random number generator. Hold up. I did not prepare this ahead of time. No, not Randall's. Random number generator. Yes. Okay. We found her. All right. Google says this is random. So, my goodness. Can y'all see that? Here we go. 684, page 684 in the pornicle is going to be the wisdom for P&G. Just the general wisdom. Oh, shit. What was the number I just said? 684? I already forgot it. Hold up. Getting there. Okay. Well, this looks like a lovely pastoral scene. 684. Yep. I got it. This is springtime right here. Look, they's just like out there and the geese are looking at them like, what the hell? It's like these people just decided to get nasty at the duck pond and they don't care who saw. And they didn't even get all their clothes off. They're still trying to be a little bit stealthy. But her tits are hanging out, so this is definitely, they don't really care if somebody sees them at all. So I would say just, get out there and enjoy nature. Just get out there and do things outside that, dance like nobody's watching. Take that as a metaphor. I don't know what you want to be doing out there, but get outside and do it. If ducks or geese are watching, that's a bonus. Yeah. Yeah, he does look dead, but he has a big old boner. So, I mean, that part's not dead. That part's working fine. All right, y'all. That was fun. So, yeah, spring. Good old spring. I noticed that the bluebonnets is blooming now. And it's funny. It always sneaks up on me because end of February, beginning of March, there's still a chance you might get a weird, wacky freeze here in Texas. And so you just don't know what kind of year you're going to have until you end up having it. And then suddenly the bluebonnets are out. And you're like, what? I guess it's spring now. Because them bitches typically don't bloom until after the last freeze. Now, sometimes they get caught off guard, but usually all the big ones is over with. So, yeah, I notice the bluebonnets. I notice all the bluebonnets when I'm riding my bicycle, and I notice how dangerous the bluebonnets are because I like to look at them, and suddenly I'm looking at an intersection that I didn't see coming because I was looking at the goddamn flowers. So yeah, just don't stare at them too long. I know that beautifying the highways with wildflowers was like, seen as a nice thing. I also think it might cause accidents because sometimes people get lost in the reverie of the wildflowers and then crash. Suddenly you're at a stop sign you didn't see and you just T-bone some old lady, and then it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I don't know if it's a good thing to have wildflowers on the side of the highway. Oh, hey, fuck you. Welcome to the show. How will I know when my mission is complete? Okay. How will you know? I don't know. Let's see what the universe has to say. Book of Revelation. Ooh. Book of Revelation seems to like you. You get a lot of them. Very deep. So let's find out. Got a couple of steps we got to do here. We got to get the chapter and the verse randomly. Let's go back to our generator and type in 22 and get our first number. This is the chapter 15. And then we go to chapter 15. Let's see what's going on there. I notice my Bible's starting to get worn out. And I've had it for a long time, but it's been dormant for a long time. And I think the most I've ever used it since I was a little kid is when I'm doing this show. So there's like parts of it that's starting to come off. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that shit. My Bible's falling apart. Y'all think I should put some duct tape on it? I got some white duct tape. It'll kind of blend in. But yeah, look at that shit. That just started. Damn Bible. It's supposed to last you a lifetime, god damn it. What did I say? Chapter 15. Okay. Only 8 verses, so it is a very short chapter. Let's see what we get here. After 8. Right. Chapter 15, verse 6 in the book of Revelation. For is your mission complete? What does it say? How will I know when my mission is complete? Okay. And the 7 angels came out of the temple, having the 7 plagues, clothed in pure and white linen, and having their breasts girded with golden girdles. Okay, so when you see 7 angels with 7 plagues come out of a temple and their boobs is like tied up, in that whatever that sex toy tie-up thing is with the gold, that's when you know. Now, until you see that exact scene, you are not finished. You are still got shit to do. So no, I don't think your mission is complete because honestly, I feel like if that shit happened, it would be on the news. Now, I ain't checked the news since since yesterday. I ain't checked the news since yesterday because, the news is the news and whatever. So yeah, it's possible that is a breaking story, but yeah, look for the 7 angels with the 7 plagues and the gold boobs. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. Otherwise, keep on keeping on. Right. Do I want a large print Bible? I don't need one yet. I mean, I can put on my readers and see it. And honestly, this Bible is fairly compact. Look, the large print ones, they're huge. They're heavy. I mean, the Pornicle's heavy enough. I think this is plenty for me. I mean, I don't care that it's falling apart. That means it's getting used, right? Right? You want your Bible to be ready. If your Bible ain't ready, well, you ain't studying the Word. It's all in how ratty the Bible is. Anyway, who else has a question? It's 9:22. I'll be here for another, 48 minutes. Is that right? No, 38 minutes. 38, 37, something like that. Maybe 40 minutes. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. What is it, Bubba? You was drinking water earlier. You want to say hi to everybody? Paulo says he wants to say hi to y'all. Let's see if I can get him on the camera without unplugging anything. Where'd he go? Bubba? Bubba? What you doing? What you doing? There he is. Hey, Bubba. Just hanging out. Yeah, we're making all that noise again. There he is. Oh yeah, he's going away now. He's camera shy. He definitely don't like to be on camera. Now he does get to cutting up a lot, but anytime I whip out my phone to take video of it, bad news. Bad news. He decides to go stoic, stop doing the cute thing, and then look everywhere but at the actual camera. Like an asshole. Like a total asshole. Dogs. Okay. Patrick, should I focus on my business or go back to school? Well, y'all know how I think about school, but let's see what the universe says. Here we go. Oh, Book of Revelation again. Oh, my goodness. Jesus is talking tonight. Jesus wants y'all to hear. Easter's coming up, so it's Jesus' season. From like Christmas on through the spring into Easter, that's all Jesus time. He takes the summer off. Let's see. Let's get our number. All right, chapter 18. Chapter 18. Oh, look, we were already there. And we have how many verses? 24 verses. Whole lot of verses. Let's see what we get. 24. Moving on. All right. Verse 10. Chapter 18, verse 10 for school or career. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city of Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Ooh, okay. So it seems like this is a climactic moment. Somebody is talking about how the city is going to fall. Now, here's my thinking. If the city's going to fall, where would you rather be? At school or at work? Depends on your work, right? This is a question that you have to answer for yourself, but you have to decide which one you'd rather be at when the shit goes down. Which one is going to be better for you when the shit goes down? There's lots of school shootings that happen. It's very likely that the shit will go down while you're at school. You might have better luck at your job, especially if you live at home and you work from home and you don't have to actually go to a place. I mean, you can barricade yourself in, have a whole lot of weapons. Like you can have a stash of food. It could go better for you in some ways. At school, well, you got all them other people too. I mean, there's all that other mass of panicky folks that you got to fucking deal with. So yeah, it's got to weigh it out. See which one you'd rather be at when the shit goes down, and then pick that one. Oh, it's online school. Well, hell, that's even better. Either way, you're going to be at home probably, unless your job requires you to go out and do shit. So, yeah. Oh, good. See, there you go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Well, it is 9:27. 9:27. I only got one thing in the teapot. I think I'll just go ahead and do it. And this is something that I know is controversial, but I think most people are on my side. The whole flip from pregnant women to pregnant people in the mainstream media and news reporting. Y'all, seriously, are we going to erase the one thing that women do by like biology? Like, this is what we are put on this earth to do, to create the babies, the next generation. Of course, we have to do it in tandem with a man or someone with sperm. But this whole like weird erasure of pregnant women, it blows my mind. And this might just be because I'm an old person and I remember a time when there was just two genders and that was it. But this whole like, whenever I read this, it's like nails on a fucking chalkboard for me. Because as a woman, I have gone through the whole thing of having periods for many, many years. And that whole process is about preparing your body to host a baby so that you can birth it out into this world. Men do not do that shit. Men do not do that shit. Only women do it. Only women. And if you are a trans person and you are having a baby out of a womb, your biology is female. You may have different pronouns, but you are biologically female, which means you are a woman. Men is in there still, right? It ain't like erasing the man part. It ain't erasing the man part. But when you say pregnant people or pregnant person, you have completely erased half of the fucking species on this goddamn planet that is man, humanity. Half of us is women. And you cannot ignore the fact that we have the womb and the baby comes out of our womb. Whatever you call yourself on the outside does not negate what's in the inside. And I'm really fucking pissed off that the media is trying to push this idea that a person who can host a baby in its body is an androgynous thing that is just a person, not a woman. And I'm fucking sick of being erased. You know, I was brought up to believe that women were more equal than they used to be. And in some ways, this is true. But there are still a lot of shitty fucking attitudes towards women out there. And a lot of people, men, mainly men, think that deep down, they think it, we are not as good as them. And in some ways, we are not. We are not physically, typically, as good as men. We are not as strong. We don't get as big and as tall. I mean, there's outliers, but we're talking about generally. Generally. And another thing we don't have is a dick and balls. What we do have is a vagina and a uterus. And we have the receptive thing. You plug in to the wall to get the electricity. Well, the man plugs in and then babies come out. This is how it works for so many species. And, we're not calling other species like gender neutral thing when we talk about their pregnancy. So, and we don't know nothing about how they identify. We can't talk to them the same way unless you're an animal communicator. And I have my doubts about that shit. But, some people claim. So, yeah, let's just drop the pregnant people bullshit. Let's just drop it, y'all. Let's fucking drop it. Drop it. Drop it. You can identify as whatever you like. You can use whatever pronouns you want. You can have whatever idea about yourself, whatever truth about yourself there is. But when it comes to pregnancy, only women can have babies. Only women can conceive and carry a child in the womb. I'm sorry I had to tell y'all again, but apparently y'all forgot. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I can't believe I had to say this shit. I can't believe it. And it just irritates the fuck out of me. And I look forward to the day when we go back to common sense and say pregnant women. Seriously. Oh my God. Okay. I got that off my chest, and I know that's going to piss somebody off, but I don't fucking care. Come at me, bitch. I got a womb. I did not have any babies out of mine because I chose not to. But you know what? I could have popped out dozens like all my cousins do. No, I did not. But it's there. The possibility was there. Thank God it's gone. I have done the menopause. I don't have to do that shit no more. But all the other people who are doing it, they're women too. All a distraction. All this little like rhetoric shit, distraction. You know, this new speak thing, this Orwellian thing about renaming shit that we all know what it is. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It may, become the norm for maybe a generation, but then eventually we'll go back to the old way because you know what? It's the right way. It is the way that is the truth. I've not heard pregnant person. Well, no, it's mostly if you read any articles or any kind of thing about like women's health or pregnancy or menopause, like it just happens. It gets sprinkled in, and every time I read it, it's very jarring. And I don't know that I've heard as many people say it, but I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure it is. Just Google it. It's become the thing in the last 2 or 3 years that all the major news organizations will not say pregnant woman. They will only say pregnant people. Oh, yeah, of course it's there in Canada. Y'all are the vanguard for all that shit. Y'all get all that shit first. Tell it, Candace. Are you calling me Candace? Don't do that. That's my cousin's name. That ain't me. Yeah, maybe they are prepping us for, of course they are. They're prepping us for the idea that, you can just grow an infant in however, like in some like sterile laboratory condition. But no, you cannot. Let me tell you why. Because not only is our biology like biology, it's also spirituality. Like there's a certain feeling and a certain like emotion and a certain like vibration that happens inside a womb that isn't influenced by the mother and the mother's environment. And like grandma's like epigenetics is a thing. Your grandma, your great grandma went through a war and starved, and it affects your genetics. Like this is something they've studied. So it is not just as simple as growing it in a vat somewhere. That grown babies are always going to be inferior to womb grown babies. I'm just saying. Just like breast milk is better than formula, it's not the fact that, formula can't work. I'm sure you could grow a baby in a thing, but it's going to have all kind of mental health problems because it didn't actually come out of a womb. It didn't get that whole like time of listening to the muffled sounds of the mother talking. It didn't get the light and the dark and the shadow of when it like turns toward the organs and it's like suddenly out toward the skin where it can kind of see some light coming in. All that shit. All of that is like kind of slowly getting us sensitized to living in the world. And when you think about it, that's probably the best way, because if you were in a vat and everything was controlled and suddenly you got born into this world, can you imagine how fucked up you would be? No, you need that kind of gentle introduction And, the bacteria and all that stuff, you got to have all that shit. It's important. So, yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're trying to grow them in vats if they ain't done it already. I mean, they did telegraph that to us in The Matrix, like, 20-something years ago when that movie came out. So, yeah, we're already like predictive programmed into believing it's possible. And it's possibly happening somewhere in some biolab in some country that we are trying to keep secret, that we're funding. But, yeah, I just don't think it's going to work. I don't think any baby human that is born in that kind of situation, even if it was like immediately nurtured by a person, it got bonded to a person, I think missing that womb time is what would fuck them up bad. You got to have the womb time. That's the one thing we all got in common, really. I mean, you could either be C-section or vaginal birth, but you all got the womb time. We all got that shit in common. And if you start growing vat babies, well, they ain't going to be human. I'm sorry. Second class citizens. Maybe that's what the man wants. The man wants them to be just kind of these weird automatons, and there are going to be second class citizens. I think there was a movie about that, probably several. Anyway, I've talked enough about this. No to pregnant people, yes to pregnant women, because that's what we are. La, 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 la. Okay, Goog has a question. Am I a Russian sleeper agent? I'm having trouble proving that I'm not to Patrick. Well, that's something y'all should have worked out before y'all got married. That's just my humble opinion. But, everybody's got their karma and their burdens. So let's see. Is the sleeper agent going to be a confirmation or a denial? Let's see. Pornicle again. Ew, this could be juicy. Juicy. Got 2 pornicles and a knot. All right, here we go. Let's generate this number. Oh, page 267. Okay, let's see what that is. Is it Russian porn? That would be funny if it was. But I feel like page 267 is a little early. We might have some different things. Probably French, And I don't know what France's deal with Russia is. Hold up. 267. Yep, I was right. This is a French ass thing. Look at that. This is the name of the painter or the whoever drew this. And yeah. So if you're a sleeper agent, maybe, possibly, because this does look like there's some sleep involved. It is in a bed, but I do feel like this is like just eyes closed after some bliss kind of thing. So I don't think so. I mean, there could be other elements in this background that I cannot pick up because I'm wearing my readers and watching it through a screen and it's distorted. But I would say probably not. And, remember, it's a French painting. It ain't Russian. So, yeah. That looks like a body pillow fleshlight. Yeah, it did look like the blankets was very disheveled. It's like probably what happened is a succubus came in the middle of the night and ravaged that woman and then left. And then the blankets never got rearranged, over the woman. And she's just like, oh, because succubus. And then, or maybe incubus. I don't know. Which is it? Is it succubus is a woman. I mean, it could be a woman. Why not? Incubus, I think, is the male. I know it's a band too, but I'm thinking out loud here. Incubus. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, but I'm not ruling out the succubus part, honestly, because, ladies like ladies. Some ladies like ladies. And if you're going to get ravaged by a sex demon and you're a lesbian, you better let it be a succubus instead of an incubus. I mean, That's way less traumatizing. Way less. Anyway, well, I don't know if this is going to answer the question properly, but y'all have your work cut out for you now. All right. It is 9:42. We got about 18 more minutes left in the show. If anybody has a question, y'all know what to do. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Have y'all heard about this? Okay. This is just on the periphery of my mind, but I'm just going to say it out loud because it'll go away in like 2 weeks. Have y'all heard about this whole thing about Haiti and the uprising there, and that, you know, there's cannibalism going on supposedly sometimes, but mainly it's just a bunch of you know, kind of street gang people taking over because the government is so ineffective. And it's ineffective because our country has kept fucking up their government. Like, I don't know what's in Haiti that our government needs, but we need to keep them people destabilized for some reason. And I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. The whole island that they're on, Hispaniola, the other half of it is fucking Dominican Republic. We're getting baseball players from there. People are going there to resorts and getting like poisoned to death. But mostly you can go there and have a cheap vacation on nice beaches. I don't see how the other half of the island is so fucked up. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's like the man needs a yin yang island somewhere in the Caribbean that he can fuck with. Keep that balance of dark and light. I don't fucking know. Anyway, there's supposedly cannibalism, and the whole place is imploded. And I saw a headline that I did not read the article for. It said we are supposedly sending, like, you know, military troops in there. Really, y'all? Really? It's an island. You know, they can't get to us unless they get on a boat or they get on a plane. And if they got the money to get on a boat or get on a plane, well, I mean, fine, let them in. But still, like, we ain't got to worry about that shit. Drop some aid to them and then just leave them alone. They'll work it out themselves. Let them people work it out themselves. Stop meddling in their shit. There's gold here or there. Oh, is there gold there? I have no idea. I don't know what's there. I just know it's like very poor and it's in the Caribbean. And it's on the other half of the island from Dominican Republic. That's all I know. But yeah, Haiti's interesting. Haiti's interesting. Something going on there. Something going on in Haiti. Maybe it's because it's Haiti and it's like a play on the words, you know, words or spells kind of thing. So hate ye, hate ye. There's hate. So you got to like keep fomenting the hate at the hate country. I don't know, just wild speculation there. Pay me no mind. Yeah, they do got the voodoo there, but you know what? That's their religion, and it's not everybody's religion. I mean, and if you're a voodoo person and it's your religion, that's fine with me. I ain't trying to get cursed, and hopefully I'm not going to get cursed. That's how I go through my life. I feel like you don't got to be a voodoo practitioner to curse somebody. I don't know if y'all know this, but energetics are everything. Like I was saying a couple weeks ago, energetics are everything. You can have enough energy and focus enough of your energy on either a good or a bad thing and make that thing happen. This is true. I believe this is true. And the science has not quite caught up to it, but I feel like eventually one day it's going to be proven that if you focus enough of your energy and your emotions into a particular thing happening, it'll probably happen. You know? And it's easy to make people harm themselves and harm other people by using negative emotions. Because, you know, the negative emotions like to flow out so fast. The good emotions are hard. That's the ones you got to cultivate. But the negative, when you get mad or when you get like upset about something, that just kind of comes up. It's just like instinctual and you can't control it. And I believe that you can curse people when you're in that state unknowingly and just cause shit to happen. I ain't saying it ain't going to come back on you because usually it does, but just saying, watch out. Watch out what you get mad about. Okay, let's see. Oh, y'all, I see some all caps, but it was just emphasis. It was not a question. Okay. All right. Well, 9:47, y'all. It's going by kind of fast tonight. It's weird because I got ready early and then I went to this function and I came home and kind of did the rest of it. And it was fine. It was different. It's good to shake up your routine sometimes. Sometimes you get into a little bit of a rut. Like I have my ritual when I come home on Wednesdays from work and I do the things that I normally do, get ready, listen to the things and prep myself in that way. Well, today I had to shake it up a little bit. And I have to say, not the worst. Not the worst. It's been all right. Been all right. Okay. 9:48. Well, let me do a little reading for the collective just to see if we can get some guidance for this upcoming St. Patrick's Day, Ides of March holiday hoo-ha. What do we got here? Oh, Magic Hate Ball again. Well, since it's Karen, we're going to have to ask like kind of a yes or no question. So, will we all have a good rest of this week? What saith the Magic Hate Ball? Let's find out. Will we have a good rest of the week? Oh, Karen, she's so saucy. Don't count on it. Well. Oh, and she's not shy about letting us know. No, she's totally letting it all hang out on the camera. We are not going to have a good rest of the week, according to Karen. Well, Karen just leapt out of my hands, too. Don't know what just happened there, but I didn't throw her. She literally, leapt out of my hands. So whatever's possessing that thing doesn't want none of my good energy. Because what I was about to say was, fuck you, Karen. We can have an excellent week. We don't have to believe your bullshit, just like we don't have to believe the man's bullshit. We can intend to have an excellent time, even if we know we're going to be doing something shitty like going to the DMV. We can bring a podcast. We can bring a book. We can have patience when we're there. We can mentally prepare ourselves for whatever is coming up. And even if there are some unexpected things, say you get into a fender bender or worse, get T-boned at the stop sign because somebody was looking at the wildflowers. Well, guess what? It happened for a reason, and you have to look for the reason why. And instead of getting mired down into the negative reasons, try to think about the other reasons. Say, okay, maybe I got T-boned at the stop sign because I was following the law and wasn't paying attention and assuming that everybody else was going to stop. I wasn't driving defensively, right? Maybe that's it. So maybe if you had been driving defensively, instead of just blindly going through that stop sign without looking to the left, seeing that asshole was totally distracted by all the wildflowers, you would have saved yourself the trouble and the chiropractor. Because, when you get hit like that, it's a lot of damage a lot of torque on the spine. So, yeah, I would say, fuck you, Karen. We are going to have a good week. We're going to have the best week ever. Yeah. Let's make it so. It's the Ides of March, Julius Caesar got stabbed to death on the Ides of March. Well, guess what? We don't have to get stabbed to death. We can stab something else. That's good, like a steak. We can stab a steak and it's bloody, and then we can eat that steak and turn it into nutrition for us. It's a miracle. And we still got to stab something on the Ides of March. Yay. Ugh. Okay. Oh, that needs to be a 2-minute reel. Oh, what I just said about Karen? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might cut it in a different way. All right. It's 9:52, y'all. Seriously, if you have a question, there is time for another one or two. I got the time. If you got the time, I got the time. If you got the time. And yeah, we got that lotto ticket to scratch off. It's a big one. Remember, $30,000. Please, I need that $30,000 so bad. I would love it. Let's manifest that shit. Oh, Patrick, why is the man closing schools and declaring an emergency over the eclipse? Okay, I'll tell you why. Traffic. It's the traffic. They are worried about the traffic because there's going to be so goddamn much of it. And I assume they know this because, there was that big ass eclipse that went over the country a few years ago. And I guess they learned some lessons. Oh, Pornicle again. I don't know if this is the best oracle for this, but we'll find out what it says. Okay. So let's generate a new number. 3 pornicles in a night. Wow. 520, page 520. Why are we closing schools and disaster declaration for the eclipse? Page 520. Hang on. Almost there. Well, it's because honestly, everybody's going to be out there looking, It's going to be a looky-loo festival like nobody has ever seen. Like this, there's just going to be someone examining every part of every piece of highway with their car because they need to pull over because they want to be in the path of totality for the longest amount of time. And I feel like it's just going to be chaos. It's just going to be chaos. So yeah, they're doing the disaster declaration because they want to be able to do shit like pull you over for any old reason or make you not go somewhere because they want to block off the road. They're doing all this preemptively so they can, secure the best spots for themselves, to be honest. I'm sure they're already blocking off all the places that are the best for themselves. So, yeah, that's really it. I don't think it's as nefarious as it might seem. I mean, honestly, I think the man wants the eclipse to be visible as much as possible. The thing that I would be worried about is if the man wanted to block it out. Like he sprayed a bunch of chemtrails in front of us. And now this depends on the whole weather situation, right? We don't know exactly what's going to blow through. It's still a little bit too far out. But, say there's a front predicted to come. The man likes to spray the trails in the air before a big old front comes through. Well, that could block out the sun. That could make the whole goddamn thing a big old clusterfuck of nothing. And then you got people who were angry that they didn't get to see the eclipse. Plus, they're stuck in traffic for 10 hours. And you're in Texas where you can have a gun. So, maybe a disaster declaration ain't the worst idea. Just saying. Just saying. All right. Well, if y'all got another theory, feel free to throw it in the chat. It's 9:55. Any other questions? We don't have any? All right. Well, I'm going to do a collective reading real quick. And let's see. We've been getting a lot of the same ones. I tell y'all, I feel like this thing. Hold up. Maybe if I just kind of level it up a little bit. Y'all can see the. No, not again. Really? Oh my God. All right. One more time with the pornicle. That's four in a night. How do we get 4 in a night? This has never happened. This has never happened before. Where Pran's question? Oh, there is someone sitting across my way looking sus. What does the wheel have to say about that? Okay. Let's move on. We won't do the pornicle. We'll do this one. How's this? Hold up. Crystal. Ooh. Let's see what the crystals have to say about this sussy looking person. My apologies if he was looking forward to another pornicle, but you know what? I think 3 in one night is plenty. I think 3 in one night is plenty. We don't want to get too excited. All right. A crystal for the weirdo that Prance is worried about. What does it mean? What are they up to? What does the universe have to say about it? Sodalite, speak your truth. Okay. So you need to just tell that person to back the fuck off. If they're a little bit sus and you're feeling threatened, you need to be like, hey, I see you. I see you over there. What are you doing? Why are you looking at me? What are you doing over there? I'm going to call 911. Whatever it takes. Not a bit. Okay. There we go. Well, it is 9:58. I think I'm going to start scratching off this ticket and see if we won $30,000, because let me tell you, I could put that to some good use. What does it say? Hold up. I got to read this fine print. This is a new game. I ain't never played this one before. Match 3 tripler. Reveal 2 3 symbols in the same game. Win the prize for that game. Okay. Reveal 3 3 symbols in the same game. Win triple the prize for that game. Okay. So it looks like we got 8 games that we can play here. And in each one of these, we're looking for either double or triple threes. And then we get the prizes. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Get my Bible and start scratching off game 1. I don't even know what this looks like. All right. So there's 3 numbers. I get it. So there's 3 numbers. You're looking to get more than 3 twice or 3 times. So you need 3 either twice or 3 times. Okay. Let's keep going. Ain't got no 3s yet. This whole first row is a bust. Boo. Look at that. What is that garbage? Whole first row is a bust. Y'all did not manifest well for me. Y'all did not manifest well. We got to get it on the second row, okay? Second row. We can do it. Here we go. Game 5. No 3s. Game 6. No 3s. Game 7. Oh, no 3s. Are you kidding me? All of these are no 3s. No 3s. Ugh. So annoyed. Last one. Here we go. Any 3s? Any 3s at all? Just any 3s? No. No fucking 3s at all on this goddamn card. This is worthless. Worthless card. Boo. I spit on you. Boo. Well, hell. We did not win $30,000, but you know what? We won by having each other, because that's all we got in this crazy fucking world. That's all we got in this crazy fucking world. We got each other. We got the pornicle. We got the, Prospera spray that ain't been working for my lotto tickets, but I guess it's working. I'm still here. Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the week. Remember, Karen does not tell you how you enjoy yourself. You tell yourself how you enjoy yourself, and fuck Karen. Yeah. And fuck the man too while we're at it. I will be kicking around here in Austin, Texas at South by Southwest time. I'm going to try to avoid most of it. I've already gotten a little bit of it, and that was plenty. That was plenty. So hopefully the rest of the week for me is going to be smooth sailing, not too much traffic, and yeah, all that. No crowds. Fuck them crowds. Fuck crowds and fuck Karen too, and the man. Crowds, Karen, and the man. Fuck all of them. All right. Well, y'all have a great week. I will see y'all next time. I love y'all. Bye.